Hi there. Happy Friday. Welcome to Fashion Flair Friday. It's another week. So I'm Marion Gellatly, by the way, for those of you maybe that don't know me well. And I am a certified image master and a wardrobe coach. And I love working with women 50 and better. And that's why this group is called Empowered Style for Successful Women Entrepreneurs at 50 and Better. I have had my practice for 30 years now, and I really love the change in all this technology so that I can come to you each week and I can connect with you. I can offer, some, I hope, some value. And I hope you enjoy the Fashion Flair Fridays as much as I enjoy doing them for you. So say hello when you join. And today we're talking about a topic that I think is really important because shoes you may think are an afterthought, and you may think, oh, well, nobody's going to pay attention to my shoes. But guess what? We do pay attention to shoes. And shoes are the one accessory in a woman's wardrobe that can update it faster than anything else. So you can wear an outfit that you've had for 5 years, let's say, and just by changing out your shoes and bringing them into the current season will update and modernize the look faster, as I said, than anything else. So that's why I thought it was important to talk about shoes today. And what I want to do is to share with you what I think are the 6 top picks. These are the things I'm seeing that are on trend right at the moment, several of which I already have in my closet. It doesn't matter that you have all of them, but it's really important that you make sure that you at least have a couple of them, depending on your lifestyle, depending on your need. All right, and depending on your budget, quite frankly. Now, I am one to believe, and I think I've said this before, that um, it's not about how much you have, but it's about really being strategic about what you choose and what you put into your wardrobe. And did you realize that your wardrobe is not your closet that's stuffed with all kinds of things? My clients are surprised when I say that, and they go, "Oh, really?" Yes, your wardrobe happens to be the things in your closet that you love, that make you feel great, that you reach for every single week or, at least once a month, and that really make you comfortable and bring you alive. That's your wardrobe. Everything else that's hanging in there are just clothes that aren't doing the job. So I really want you to think about um, as you put something on, is this something that I would reach for or that I want to reach for every single week? Or is this something maybe I need to let go? And I want you to do the same thing with your shoes, with your accessories. So this Fashion Flair Friday today is an opportunity for you to now take this information, go back into your wardrobe or your closet, and really see, do I have any of these things? And what I do have, are they dated? Because there's nothing that can age us faster than having things that, are dated in their look. So if you are here, make sure you say hi. There's Casey again. Hi, so good to see you. And I see some others, or I see another person anyway, so make sure you say hi to me. It makes me feel good to know that I've got people actually watching. So, anyway, you do me a favor by saying hi. All right, so let's get started here. I have some pictures, and what I also want you to know is that after the recording is done, what I'm going to do is go back into the comments area, and I'm going to put a link for you to go to what I call a catalog that I've created. And because I'm going to give you 6 categories, I've probably put 6 to 8 different shoes in each category in this catalog, so you can actually see more of what I'm talking about. And you can even just click on the links and go to the retail website and take a closer look and read the details of the item. So that's what we're going to do now. So let me get my photos out here. And as we go, let me know in the comments area if this is something that you like or that you would wear. So the very first shoe that I want to talk about, and we've seen it around for a bit, but it's very, very on trend right at again this year. And that is the slide. Let's see, I'll hold this over here so you can see that. So the slide, and the slide is really very comfortable. It's kind of casual, as you see here. You'll notice the woven leather. That is a big trend right now, not only in the slide, but in other shoes as well. So trends, the metallic color that you see here is on trend. So it could be a platinum, it could be some sort of a bronzy, it could be some sort of a burnished gold, but metallics are they go with most everything. So this shoe, even with the top I have on right now, rather than putting a black shoe with what I have on now, this with the top I have on right now would be great. So you slip your foot in and you go. And here's another one. It could be flat, as you saw there. It could be a block heel, and it could be a neutral. So I talked about metallics being really important, but neutrals, I think, add a lot of versatility because, again, you can wear them with a lot of different colors. But we go from, as we saw previously, the flat slide. Here is the block heel slide. And here is the heeled slide. So again, you think about your style, you think about your lifestyle, you think about what you're going to get the most wear out of, and then you buy accordingly. So for me, I'm going to buy one of the first two. I probably would not buy this one, even though I love it, but you know, these days I've gotten to the point where I like a little more stability in my shoes, so I don't know about you. So who of you would wear a slide? I have had some clients tell me that the slides don't fit well on their feet because they may have a flat foot, and so there's kind of this slapping when they walk and it irritates them. So I have a very high arch, so this particular shoe works very well for me. So give it a try. It's fun to go into a store and actually try things on and see what you think. But the mule is a very important trend right at the moment for shoes. All right. The next is the dressy sandal. So last week, remember, we talked a lot about, or was it last week? I've lost track. I think it was last week. We talked about dresses, or maybe it was 2 weeks ago. So all the different summer dresses that are out there right now, and I know you're seeing them. So this is where the dress sandal can come in. And once again, it can be a block heel. And there again, you notice that sort of platino, I'll call it, goldish finish, but not too gold. So, you know, the yesteryear when we said metallics, they were really gold or really silver. And that's not the case this year. They're really much more subtle. And that's what makes them so versatile. So this would be a fun, more of a dress up, I would say, look with your dresses. And then this one is, again, that more neutral color. So just know that in some climates, these shoes actually can be worn year-round, and they are versatile, most versatile when they're in neutrals or when they're in the metallics or when they're in the nude colors. So these finishes can be dressed up, they can be dressed down, they're going to match pretty much every single outfit, including denim. And these kinds of shoes are also very flattering to the leg line because it elongates the leg and it doesn't really close up the foot. So you can probably just imagine. Here's another one, again in the more silver metallic, and this one has a different sort of a heel, more of a mini stiletto shaped heel. So again, think about your style and your need, but know that the dress sandal is, again, one of the primary categories that I say are on trend for this year to go with all your dresses. Okay, the next category is the flat slide that looks like this. Okay, again, this is a favorite of mine. So this is similar to the mule, except that the toe isn't closed. So a mule has a closed toe, and the slide has the open toe. So think of these as your dressy flip-flops. You know, so you can see wearing this with a cover up and a bathing suit. You can see wearing these with shorts, but then you can also wear these with dresses. So they're chic, they're kind of an elevated look over the standard flip-flop, and they're comfortable. They're also very practical. And again, you can see in the metallic. So I'm trying to bring home the trends for you. Or any version of a brown this year. A brown leather option is going to be very chic and very versatile. And you notice that we've kept all of these shoes these shoes are pretty simple, simple as possible, with minimal detail on them. And that just gives them versatility from year to year. So these things really are going to go out of 2023. They're easily going to go into 2024, spring of next year, without a hitch. So you can go from the beach to brunch in what I've just showed you. And it's probably going to be one of your most worn pair of shoes in warm weather climates for sure. This shoe is available at every price point. You know, you can find them at Target and you can find them at Hermes. Okay, so you can imagine there's a significant price difference, but they are available. I would say to you, one of the things when you look into the catalog that I'm going to give the link to, Sam Edelman, I would say, is really been a very popular pick for all age groups for the last few years. So take a look at Sam Edelman, and if Sam Edelman is doing it, you know it's on trend. Okay, next is going to be the espadrille. So the espadrille is kind of what we'd call the quintessential summer wedge. And you can just see this is the espadrille part of the shoe. And the espadrille is kind of a classic, elegant European style. It works with most outfits. This is probably the most casual that I'm going to show you. So here you can see the espadrille with the leather, but you'll also find espadrilles with a canvas sort of a fabric. And you can find them from slip-ons to flats, as I said, in canvas or leather. And you're going to find them in kind of this low wedge, but you're also going to find them in some other things that I'm going to show you right now. This one we're seeing a lot of right at the moment. And this has got, you know, the higher heel in the back, the higher wedge. But then you see the straps that actually tie around the ankle. And I like ankle straps personally because I have a narrow foot. And so being able to hold the shoe on with some sort of either a tie like this or some of the previous leather bands that I've showed you really secure the shoe to the foot. Now, if you have a larger ankle or if you have ankles that swell, this is probably not going to be your comfortable sort of a look. Here is an espadrille again at a lower height, but you see the lower wedge, and there again you can see that they do come in a variety of colors, but again I'm one to believe that the neutral colors or metallics are going to be your best option for the year. Here you are in a navy blue. All right, so that is the espadrille. So we talked about the mule, the dress sandal, the flat slide, the espadrille. And so now, let's see, what are we going to see next? We're going to see the fashion sneaker. How many of you wear fashion sneakers? All right, I'm just looking at comments. So Peggy, I have 3 pairs. I'm sorry I didn't catch. Oh, a slide. Okay, a denim, a floral, and a plush slide. All right, so plush meaning what? The fabrication is plush. Do you find that, so here's what I want to say, and I'm actually going to demonstrate this here with the sneaker. The neutral sneaker and probably the neutral side are going to give you the most versatility. So when you're buying, you know, the fashion sneakers out there, I'm just going to say if the only sneaker you have in your closet right now is the one that you exercise in, that's not what I'm talking about. It's time for an update. So a fashion sneaker is different. It's more of a modern twist on the sneaker. It's not something that you exercise in. It's something that you wear as a completer to your outfit. So let me just show you what I want to say here. So here is what I'm talking about. Very simple, not a lot of detail, white or ivory. This particular look, you will notice when you see fashion photos that the women are primarily wearing white. And why is that? Because they can wear them with everything, okay? And you can see there's not a lot of detail. The one fun thing here is the sole of this shoe. Now, this is a brand that's carried in a lot of different places called Ara, A-R-A. Excellent. And when you go again into the catalog, you'll be able to see all the brand names so you know what you're looking at in case you want to delve into it a little further. All right, here is another. I think this might have been Sam Edelman as well, but you just see how plain and how simple they are. But then, if you want to get wild and crazy and do something like this, isn't this fun? But you can kind of see it's very limiting. I would suggest that if you're going to wear colorful sneakers, then you want to keep your outfit very neutral. So you don't want the patterns to be fighting one another. So neutral outfit, you can do then the colorful sneaker, but colorful outfit, then do the white sneaker. All right, so that is the 5th category of shoe. And the 6th category of shoe that I live in is the flat. And you really can wear a flat year-round. For me, it's a year-round staple. But a lot of women find that they reach for flats more during the summer months. I just wear them because they're comfortable. And they give me stability and they give me, you know, balance, and I don't have to worry about tripping or the shoe slipping off my foot kind of a thing. So I think that for me, it's that comfort. It's classic, but yet this season it's really trendy because everybody is manufacturing them, marketing them, everybody is wearing them, and so yay, on trend. All right, so here's some examples. Okay, also remember showing you the neutral or the brown as I talked about before. And this brown color, even though my hair is very cool now, I still would wear this shoe. Okay, it's a neutral, a lighter neutral that kind of fades away because it does sort of blend into the leg a bit, especially if we get a more of a tan. So that would be one example. The other thing you'll notice, we're starting to see that square toe again. So this is a perfect example of the neutral color with the square toe. Here is a loafer style in a flat, but you will also notice, guess what? It's in a metallic, isn't it? With a tinge of the gold. But can you just imagine wearing this with a lot of things? I mean, I could wear this with the top that I have on right now, keeping the leg looking longer and keeping the look lighter. But if you love color and the color works back to your wardrobe, then go for it. And you can see this sandal, or excuse me, this flat is just slightly different, but I love the look of it. I think it's architectural and very, very modern. So there you have it. We have the mule. Let me get my list out here again. The mule, the dress sandal, the flat slide, the espadrille, the fashion sneaker, and the flat. So look in your closet and see what you have on, or what you have that you can keep, that you can make sure you can dust off and get them ready for spring and summer. Or these are great examples of things that you can shop for and really take a peek in the stores or in this catalog just to kind of get an idea of what's available out there for you. So let's see, Peggy, you said a velvet top, fuzzy inside. Okay, and if they're a light color, then they're going to be good with the velvet top typically, and fuzzy inside, probably more like fall, I would think. Betty Sproul says, I have bright green fashion sneakers. Well, there you go. See, I said if you love color, then go for it, but you're going to keep your outfit neutral in order to really be able to wear the really colorful shoes. Or they're a match, or a, what do I want to say, kind of a hue variation of maybe other greens that you're wearing. So that's it for now. I hope that this has been fun for you just to hear what's happening for spring and summer 2023 with shoes. And if anyone has a question, go ahead and pop it into the comments and I'd be happy to answer. As I mentioned, when I close up the live, what I will do is I'll go ahead and post the link to the catalog, the summer and spring 2023 shoe selections, and you can have some fun just shopping around with that. So I don't see any questions, so I'm going to say thanks for joining me today, and also let people know about our group. Invite your friends to come join the group. The more the merrier, the happier, I think, for me to know that you're enjoying what I'm doing. And as I always say, if you've got a topic that you're wondering about or that you want me to talk about, I want you to let me know. And the way you do that is you just go ahead and put it in the comments area, even a new post. If you want feedback on an outfit or a look or some shoes you have or accessories, whatever the case may be, take a photo of it, ask your question, and we can all react, respond, give you feedback. And so, take advantage of the community that we have here and take advantage of my 30 years of expertise. So that's it for this week, ladies, and I look forward to seeing you back here again next Friday for another edition of Fashion Flair Friday. So take care. Bye now.